Yes, welcome to the dark. Here we are. Something a little bit haunt adjacent, actually. Since I didn't get a chance to cover any of Transworld this year, I'm doing the next best thing, at least for me, and I am here at the Middle East Film and Comic-Con. So I have no idea what to expect, but it's here in Abu Dhabi, so I thought, hey, let's take advantage of it, and we'll do a Scott in the Dark episode. This is obviously where you get your tickets and all that sort of thing, and we'll be heading in very, very shortly, so let's see what this con has to offer. I don't know. So here's actually the entrance to the con, and there's some. Oh look! Wait! The Dark. That's what it really says. TheDark.ca. That's one of the coolest haunted attractions in Canada, and the reason I know that is because I worked on it. Ha ha ha! So we do have dark representation and all these crazy people. These are my friends, and I'm willing to admit it. Whoa, so there's some size to this, and I have no idea how to get around, but it's a good thing they have signposts. And my friend Matt, look at that. Huh. So here are the celebs that are here, including Hayden Christensen, David Harbour, Andy Serkis, Matt Smith, Zach Aguilar, Christopher Sabat, Jamie Campbell-Bower, Paige O'Hara, Anthony Daniels, and Meg Kalamoe. And then, of course, here is how it's all set up. And here are all the people waiting. Pretty organized. Very cool. Since Warner Brothers World is here in Abu Dhabi, Warner Brothers has a very strong presence. You can see that they've got a big booth behind me with both Tom and Jerry doing appearances, and they also have a representation behind me that you can't quite see. Let me see a little bit of it there, of Joker, on the Joker's Funhouse, also at Warner Brothers World here in Abu Dhabi. So it's a very cool setup, and I'll see if I can get some more images for you for those of you who are watching this on video. A graffiti wall, I will put the Scott in the Dark logo. So there it is, right there. Of course, it's probably going to get lost in all of the craziness that is the whole wall. So Virgin Megastore obviously is here with Lego Batman and a giant Jenga game over there. I'm not sure what one has to do with the other, but hey, you know, it's a con. All things go. So yes, it's a Pringles booth and a Pringles mascot. This is one heck of a con. This is really fun. So just like every con, Funko is a huge deal, and there's an entire wall of limited edition exclusives, and there's a queue that goes around the corner to get them. So yeah, Funko Pop, always a big deal. So the next thing we're going to do is the big panel here at the con with a bunch of people. So I can hardly wait. I've got to go get my seat. I will share with you snippets and excerpts as I can. Great. Here it comes.
I think take whatever seat you want. Whatever seat speaks to you. All right, come. I'm here. I'm going here because I have to look at everybody. All right. Up next, she's Scarlet Scarab in Moon Knight. Welcome, Meg Kalamoe! He's our favorite prince, both Philip and Targaryen, Matt Smith! Chief Hopper in Stranger Things, Hellboy, and the Red Guardian. I love the dance. The sachet looks fantastic. Welcome. Last but definitely not least, he's your favorite lovable droid from every Star Wars film. Welcome, C-3PO, Anthony Daniels! Welcome, everybody. One more time for your incredible panel here. Welcome. Does everybody have a microphone? You should have a microphone. Ooh, I've got two for some reason. Good. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Welcome. So let's start ladies first. First of all, I've heard possibly there could be time for questions if there's time later on, but we've got like 45 minutes and there's so much here to get into. Ladies first. Hi, May. Is this kind of a homecoming for you? Because I know you've spent a good amount of time in the UAE, right? Yes.
Well, I was born and raised in Bahrain, and then I spent 1 year in Abu Dhabi and 4 years in Dubai. So I really feel like I did come home in some way. So thanks for having me.
Let me ask you, what is different about you here now than, say, the last time you spent time in the UAE? How's the reception of you now? Because, say, before Rami, before Moon Knight, how do people kind of interact with you now here in the UAE? Have you noticed? Have you noticed quite a difference?
No one looks at me, so I don't really know.
She says no one looks at her.
No, I just, you know what I mean. When I was living here, I hadn't acted a lot, and now my career is in a bit of a different place.
Slightly different,
Slightly,
right?
yeah.
Things are good, yeah?
Alhamdulillah, things are really good.
Well, yeah, the hotel's an absolute blinder, so yeah, it's been lovely so far.
Yeah, it's talk about you. You're quite the celebrity now over the past couple of years. I mean, this is Prince Philip, everybody. Prince Philip the Crown. Daemon Targaryen. I mean, literally the last 4 or 5 years have been monumental. I know you also, Doctor Who? Wow, interesting. Does Doctor Who, I mean, what do you get in the street? What do you get in the street?
Doctor Who, yeah.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, yeah. People don't go, oh, well, there's Prince Philip. Not really.
Daemon Targaryen, is it true? Do blondes have more fun?
Yes. Unequivocally, yes.
Yes. I mean, I just literally last night was watching Andor. I was wrapping up Andor, and it's like, oh my gosh, Andy Serkis shows up. It's like, wow, you're in everything. Sometimes we can see your face. Usually we can't, right? Is there something that makes you want to show your face more? Do you prefer the stuff, the CGI stuff, the body movement stuff?
Oh, look, I mean, I love everything. I love playing great characters, that's it, full stop. And whether it's wearing a motion capture suit and facial dots and being captured to play a creature or a human being, I mean, acting is acting. I think people misinterpret performance capture and think it's, there's a special kind of thing that you have to do. It is just acting. It's just a different way. You've got to think of it like, instead of wearing a costume and makeup, it's digital costume and digital makeup, and that's the only difference. So I've loved being both on screen as myself and in all of the CG roles I play. What I do love about performance capture is that it does allow any actor to play anything. It's a really amazing tool. That's what I love about it.
I have to say, I love you all. I am honored to be with you all. I really am. But I think I only put one of you under my pillow at night when I was a child. I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you for what you did for my childhood. You were fantastic. You still are fantastic. Okay. Make some noise if you've ever seen one of the original 9 Star Wars films. He's been in all of them. He's the only one, right? Correct?
That is true, and a lot of people will know that I turned down the job interview. Can you believe that? I refused to meet George Lucas fate took over, the force took over, and here I am today.
That's incredible. And you'll be there.
No.
No, you have me. You're telling. If you're invited.
No.
Okay.
No, I won't be invited. Christ on a bike. No, I'm not going to go. But I watch it on telly because I like the ceremony.
Me too. Come over to my place. I'll do some some hors d'oeuvres and
I'll
stuff.
bring some beers. Happy days, really.
But really, Anthony.
Back to you.
David Harbour, everybody. First thing I want to ask you, do you really have carpet in your bathroom? I saw a thing on the internet. They're like,
Oh, hell yeah. Anybody who wants to talk to me about this, I can't believe that this is controversial.
You did a thing.
The toilet is in its own section with tile. But a bathtub with some carpet, it's like, Paris in the 20s or something. This is the romantic life that me and my wife lead. We're like beat poets.
If you don't know, there was this whole thing. Was it Architectural Digest?
That is correct, sir.
Wow, that is very heady reading for us. Architectural Digest did a thing with you and your beautiful wife, Lily. And you guys had this amazing bathroom. First of all, big props on getting a refrigerator in the bathroom. It saves a lot of time. Just have dinner right there. Just kind of a circular thing. But also, it seemed like the carpet went all the way up to the bottom of the commode. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah, everyone's, like the CDC's been calling. They're furious.
Do you wish you hadn't done Architectural Digest now?
Yeah. Everybody's grown up, and I mean, Hopper's monologue in like the end of season 3 sort of embodies it. I don't like change. I don't want things to change, but you're growing up. It's time to like leave the nest, and I think that there's a bit of that nothing gold can stay quality that I think is quite beautiful about the show ending.
You're kind of, I don't know, you seem to be a bit of a father figure. Are you a father figure sort of to the guys that used to be kids? They're not kids anymore, but are you kind of a father figure to them off screen as well as on when you're around that set?
I mean, I'm kind of a grumpy guy who just sits in the corner, to be honest. But, as much as I can be, I think that they're all on their own paths. I don't know how many young people there are here today, but the things that you guys have to deal with that my generation did not have to deal with, I mean...
Such as?
I mean, the AI, got chatbot GBT doing your homework. I mean, we didn't know, but the Instagram and the, having to worry about what people think of you or your brand or all that nonsense, I feel so bad for you. I try to convey this to the kids at all times. I'll try to convey it to all the young people here too, is like, the things that are weird and the things that don't get you likes on Instagram are always to me the most fascinating things about human beings. And it's these weird little human things that I would like you very much to keep alive in yourselves and not worry about popularity as much, because it's tough stuff you guys are dealing with, for real.
It's not worth the likes.
It's not worth the likes.
Speaking of shutting down, I love you guys. It's so cool. Anthony Daniels, C3PO. I just keep coming back to you, man. I just keep coming back.
I'm beginning to worry about you.
I know.
It's like, I think they put me at this end for my safety.
It was amazing as Alfred, right? So was there any hesitation in going into something? Did you say, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it in a completely different way?
No, I mean, like all of these roles, and all of these franchises, and they're, reinvented and rebooted. It's like doing a Shakespeare play. You might play, King Lear, and then that someone's going to play King Lear in next year in another production with an entirely different actor with a completely different approach. So you accept that you become the sort of custodian of the role for a short period of time. You give your spin on it. You completely involve yourself with it, but that's the great thing about, a lot of these franchises that live on and keep coming back because the stories are beloved by so many people is that they are ripe for interpretation because they're our modern day mythologies, and that's why they keep living, and that's why you're all here, because you want to see the next iteration, you want to see the next Batman, you want to see, and I love that about storytelling, is that you're handing on the baton to the next creative mind to take it in a different direction.
Andy Serkis, Mankind Maui, Matt Smith, David Harbour, Anthony Daniels! Thank you so much, Abu Dhabi, Middle East Film and Comic Con. Have a fantastic rest of your con. One more time for everybody. Can we have a bow? Can we have a bow?
So was that a panel or what? And I'm sorry I didn't get the whole thing. I just got snippets of it, but it was so much fun, and to hear different takes on exactly the same questions was incredible. Let's see what else is going on here. So I come all the way to the UAE to do a film and Comic-Con, and I run into one of the most recognizable icons of the golden age of cinema.
Spread out. Who are you talking to anyway?
I'm sorry, I was talking to you.
Talking to them?
Well, we could talk to them. We could talk to them. So
How are you?
You're here by yourself. Don't you normally travel in a larger pack?
Yeah, my brothers, they got insomnia. They stayed home to sleep it off.
I can understand that. I would imagine that would be a problem. Now, what brings you here to the Middle East?
I'm trying to spread the Stooge legend across the entire planet.
You don't think the Stooge legend is already across the entire planet?
I'm finding a few Stooge fans out here, and they're passionate as ever.
So has anybody misinterpreted or mistaken you for somebody else?
Two people think I was Paul McCartney. I can understand that.
I can see that, yeah.
Handsome man.
Yeah, and so was he. So is he. Is he? Yes,
I look more like him now than ever.
That's true. That's true. You look almost exactly like him now. That's the thing.
But for the hair.
So I tell you, I know you're on your crazy escapades all over the world. If people want to find out more about what crazy shenanigans you're up to, where can they find you?
Oh, find me?
Find you.
Oh, well, you have to go to C. Dermick the Stooge.
C. Dermick the
At
Stooge.
Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Or go to Curly's grandson on Instagram. And that's Curly Howard's actual grandson, who's also my Larry.
Who's also your Larry.
Yeah, because I'm not really Mo.
You're not?
No, I'm a little less Mo than Mo.
You're not Momo? I want Momo.
Less.
Really? Well,
You look good in the Momo.
So you're not a real Mo?
No, well, I am a real Mo.
Let's screw that. We're going somewhere else. So, how do you take care of a whole bunch of hungry people who are at a Comic-Con? Food trucks, that's right, food trucks right out here in the plaza. There's also a stage and some games going on, some gaming trailers, as well as, of course, an inflatable slide, which is coming up. There it is, right behind me. Over there it is. All right, so this just keeps getting cooler and cooler. But the food trucks, obviously the lines are very, very long, so I'm not eating right now. I'm gonna keep hanging out with my friends and having a good time. But I will say that I did stop by the Funko booth and get a couple things. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. It's just the way it goes.
So cons are just as popular here as they are back in the States, and just as crowded in the hallways. These aisleways have been filled like this pretty much the entire day.
So Artist Alley is always one of my favorite places in any con because I like to see, what fan art happens and what artists do when they're placed in this environment. And this is no different. There's a great Artist Alley right here, and I'm about to walk around and see if there's any art that I have to have and have to add to my collection. I'm also looking for inspiration because I do still paint. Not much while I'm here in Abu Dhabi, but I do still paint, or I will when I get back to the US. So let's go into Artist Alley.
So one thing that's not lacking at this con are amazing fan costumes. Pretty incredible across the board. And it's everything from anime to Star Wars to you pick something and there is somebody who is dressed as it. Even giant inflatable sharks.
The other thing that's amazing about this particular con is it is approximately 4:30 in the afternoon now, and people are still just swarming in. So here I am all the way in Abu Dhabi, and I run into, I'm working with A good friend of mine from 5 years ago. We did a little thing that's on her shirt. I made fun of her earlier, but we did a little thing that's on her shirt called Dark at Fort Edmonton Park in Edmonton, Alberta. So you are now here, and I don't think you can talk about it yet, but you're now here working on a project very near and close to a project I'm working on.
Correct.
Very good, very good. So we decided to take a break from that project and come here to the con. So you've seen the whole con now pretty much.
I have.
What has stood out as like the coolest thing for you here at this con in comparison to cons in like North America or Canada?
I'm actually going to say that having grown up over here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
Here.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
You did grow up here.
Yeah.
And did you grow up in Abu Dhabi? Or
I grew up in Bahrain.
In Bahrain.
It's like northwest of here. But you know, we didn't have access to this kind of thing. So it's such a wonderful sort of dynamic to see two worlds coming together so freely, so independently. There's so much creativity. Artists Alley.
Yeah.
I thought was fantastic.
Well, so it was really fun for me to see all the different cultures here in Abu Dhabi coming together and how they represent what they think a Comic-Con is.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of Western, there's a lot of Eastern, there's a lot of everything. A lot of everything here. So I want so badly to talk to you about your project, but I can't. So let's talk about Dark.
Okay.
Let's talk about Dark.
Dark.
So what did Dark just celebrate? So Dark at Fort Edmonton Park. I guess I mentioned that a couple times. Wonderful haunted attraction. It has gotten only better since I played with it 5 years ago. So is there anything? Do you know any of the secrets that are coming up this year before you left Edmonton, or is it still going along the same basic track?
We are, I believe, we had a new haunt last year, which was 3 a.m., which was kind of a poltergeist.
Oh, I love that.
It was fantastic. They had the kitchen table and the chairs floating in the hanger. It was so good.
Oh, I love it. They actually use the hanger as a haunt. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I am very jealous.
Yeah.
So, I wish I could have used the hanger as a haunt. That was very
We
cool.
need you to come back.
I would love to
We'll
come
give
back.
you the hanger.
I would love to come back.
I don't actually, that's all kept under lock and key.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be. Well, so for those of you who have not, if you're listening to this and you happen to be in Canada, please do check out Dark at Fort Edmonton Park. It's a lot of fun and run by some amazing people. And you all know who you are. I love you and I miss you. And if you're here, this is an annual thing. Come back to this.
Yeah.
This is one heck of a con.
This is great.
Thank you, darling.
We'll be back. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Okay, so that was my first Comic-Con in the Middle East. And it was a lot of fun, and hopefully you got a chance to either see or hear what was going on. I will be honest, I was very lazy, and those of you who are just listening, you basically just heard the video, so I'm sorry if there were blank spots. I tried to make it so there weren't, but hopefully you got a chance to either watch it or listen to it, and until next time, this is Scott Swenson saying, rest in peace. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's an epilogue. So now I'm back at the hotel room, and I just wanted to do kind of a wrap up because it's been such a sort of breakneck pace throughout this entire episode, slowing down for a couple of interviews, for a couple of panels, but just I wanted to wrap up with a couple of different things. First, I wanted to say thank you to all my friends who had the opportunity to chat with, and some that I didn't have an opportunity to chat with, but who were there standing around with me. You saw some of them if you were watching the video, waiting to go and explore. So thank you for taking me along. It was great. There were a couple of, I got a couple of fun things I have to show you. Here, I'll do my, it's my unboxing. Yeah? Unboxing video? Is that a thing now? Is that what the kids are doing? Okay. So I did break down and I got 2 Funko Pops. Chewie, the Chewbacca Funko Pop, which is flocked and was an exclusive for this con. And then I also got the Harry Potter Special Edition 51, just because I'm that kind of nerd. I also got some stickers. I got some free stickers, which, I should have planned this earlier, Oh, there they are. Okay, good. I got some free stickers, which says I'm a cheesy person and born to be spicy. so I'm both spicy and cheesy. I guess I'm like a really hot Cheeto. But probably the coolest thing that I bought was an original acrylic painting of Tom Waits, which is just super cool. And this is what's the artist's name? His name is Matthew, hold on. Melvin Matthew. His name is Melvin Matthew, and his stuff I thought was just super cool and had a really sort of dark tinge to it. So I bought the original of this because all the prints were sold out. So I had to buy the original. Oh, darn. So anyway, his name, like I said, is Melvin Matthew, and his stuff was some of the most realistic they had in the Artist Alley. There was a lot of really sort of anime style stuff or fantasy style stuff, but his work was significantly more realistic, although still kind of dark and creepy, which we all know that I thoroughly enjoy. So as a wrap up for this episode, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that I thought were really unique and interesting about going to a film and Comic-Con in the Middle East. The most obvious and one of the most exciting was to see men in traditional garb, in their white, their long white robes, with an overlay of cosplay. So long white robes, and then over top of that, I saw several men wearing their Hogwarts robes over that, which I thought was kind of fun. Or you'd see men in traditional dress, and then they were wearing a headpiece like a horse's head, which was kind of fun. So it was very interesting to me to see how people took their traditional garb and morphed it into something unique and different and fun. It was clear that this was a place where those people who felt marginalized, and I guess this is true of any con, or even some of the haunt shows as well, anybody who felt marginalized and needed a place to feel like they belong, this was the place for it. And that's true whether you attend cons in the US or in Canada or pretty much any country, and even here in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. So that's kind of the epilogue to this show. I will say that like I said earlier, I'm lazy, so I'm just going to edit the whole thing together as a video, and then I'm going to strip off the audio and make that the podcast. So I apologize for the blank spaces, but if you don't like the blank spaces, find the video, watch it, okay? So this is really the end of this episode. Again, thank you guys so much for being watchers and listeners to A Scout in the Dark, and I hope you had fun. I know this was not the normal format that I do, but I just wanted to report. I wanted to report from a show, and this was the show I was at. So I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, and really this time, until next time, rest in peace.